named Jim Rohn. He was a personal development speaker. And I remember I was really frustrated, and I'd been working my guts out 12, 14-hour days. Nothing was working. And I was pissed off and I was frustrated. And he said, Tony, he said, you're so focused on expecting things to happen so fast. And he said, you know, if you really focus instead on building your skills, your gifts will make room for you. Today, people have no patience. We all want it right now. And people don't only not commit to mastery, they think they have all the answers. They try a few things. If it doesn't work, they run to something else. If you want a great jump in the quality of your life, an extraordinary jump in the quality of your life, you got to set yourself up to win. You got to set yourself up with a process that allows you to consistently grow, consistently enjoy your life, and consistently produce the results that you're really after.
Success is very simple. If you have a clear goal, make a plan to achieve it, and then do something, at least one thing each day. It moves you one step closer to your most important goal.
Progress equals happiness. If you're growing in anything, financially, spiritually, emotionally, in your relationship, your body, you're going to feel better in your life. That's what we're made for. And I think we're meant to grow so we have something to give. You know, you can't give something you really don't have.
Form good habits and make them your masters.
Most people are interested, they're not committed. And the difference is when you're interested, you do what's convenient and that's easy. When you're committed, you do whatever it takes. When you're interested, you do what's easy and what's convenient for you. But when you're committed, I'm going to get that result. You put everything into it until you get the result.
You got to get going. You got to take action. The disciplines is the miracle process. And here's how to get the miracle of your future going as far as disciplines are concerned. Number one, do what you can. Learning is the beginning of wealth. Learning is the beginning of life change. Don't be lazy in learning. Don't be lazy in picking up the ideas. Don't be lazy in learning from your own experience.
How many times have you had a great idea, didn't do anything about it, and then a year later someone did something about it, made a lot of money, got the promotion, etc. So when you have the idea, the inspiration to act, it's time. Act. You don't have to know it perfectly. I am strength, I am wise, and I am passion. If you decide you're going to do something, do it. You know, they've done dozens and dozens of studies over the years. They find that there's one major difference between successful people and unsuccessful people. Successful people launch. They start. They get on with it. They just do it. Unsuccessful people get the same ideas and the same information, but they've always got an excuse for not starting. If you have a big enough reason why you want to achieve something, you'll do whatever it takes. But if your reason isn't big enough, your excuses will be.
If you really want to get lasting change, real results that stick around, what do you got to do? If you want lasting change, you've got to give up this idea of trying something. You got to decide you're going to commit to mastery. Most people dabble. They talk about, well, I'd like to change my body. I'd like to change, make my relationship better. I'd like to have more passion there, but they don't know what to do. And even if they did, they don't have enough detail to be able to follow through.
If we want to achieve another result that we've never achieved before, then we have to become somebody different. We have to upgrade our skills. We have to upgrade our behaviors. We have to master our emotions better.
Self-made millionaires have been studied exhaustively. They've been analyzed. They've been interviewed by the hundreds of thousands of millions. And what we know is exactly who they are and what they do and how they think. And the wonderful thing is this, if you do what other successful people do, you eventually get the same result that they do.
Walt Disney said, if you can dream it, you can do it, which means that you're never given a dream that comes out of your own desire place that isn't something you have the capacity to fulfill. You may have to learn some new skills. You may have to partner up with some people. You may need to learn some, how to access some new resources along the way. But all of that is possible if you'll simply dream the big dream.
Have a mind that is open to everything and attached to nothing. One of the central principles of my life is that no one knows enough to be a pessimist about anything. that each and every one of us, when we close our mind to what is possible for us or what is possible for humanity, closes off the genius that resides and lives in each and every one of us.
Decide what you want. You can't get from here to there unless you know where here is and there is. So if you're going to decide what you want, go for what you want, not what you think is possible. Most people hone down their dream because they can't see how they can do it. And I'm saying to you, dream as big as you want. In fact, big dreams are exciting. Big dreams attract big people.
And one of the things that we kind of believe and hang on to and live with is this whole idea that all of the things that happened to me in my past are what are keeping me from doing what I'd like to do today. So we hang on to these things and we fill ourselves with blame.
Because life is not so simple and black and white. My mother beat the shit out of me. She loved me. She was freaked out I was going to leave. I was a source of everything. I blame her for all the beauty in my life. I blame her that I have the woman I have in my life because I cherish my wife because I know what the opposite is. I blame her for the capacity to feel and care. I blame her for my insatiable hunger to end suffering for any human I can. Because I suffered a ton. Get emotionally fit by learning to trade what upsets you, which is your expectations that aren't being met. Trade your expectations for appreciation for what you do have. Your whole life changes in a moment. Because our expectations make us pissed off or frustrated or worried or sad. And we all have them, and I have them too. But when they come up, I just remind myself, look, this is just my mind. I'm more than this mind. I got a heart and soul. What can I appreciate? How can I use this challenge to go to a deeper level? And that's the only way we get free. The only way to have a great life is decide I'm going to find beauty in anything that happens in my life. I'm sure if you look back on your life, most of us have had experiences where something horrible happens, something you never want to go through again in your lifetime. But at the same time, you know that 5-10 years later, you look back and go, I would never want to go through it. I would never want anybody I care about to go through that. But I'm glad I did because it made me so strong to deal with that.
When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
What makes us suffer is our thoughts, right? We're the only creatures on earth that can have thoughts and then make ourselves feel like shit, or have thoughts and make ourselves feel good. And most people don't master their minds. And so their minds go crazy. And we believe our thoughts. We believe that if this doesn't happen, our lives are going to be so stressed or over. And most of it is just bullshit. The mind is looking for what's wrong. Your heart can change all that. If you decide today, and if this is all I got across in this piece, and I actually reached you, is for you to decide that I'm 100% responsible for the experience of my life. And that anything can happen. I am bigger than the moment. I am more than anything can happen to me. And I can find a way to find something beautiful, something helpful, something, enjoyable.
Change your thoughts and you change your world. Change your expectations and you change around what you begin to manifest and see showing up in your life.
I'm not asking you to stop blaming. I'm saying blame elegantly, blame intelligently, blame effectively. Blame at the level of your soul, not the level of your head.
No more blame. I'm just not going to assign responsibility to other people for where I am, because now I have an opportunity to get rid of it. If I think someone else caused it, then I've got to wait for somebody else to change in order for me to get rid of it, and you might wait forever for that. But if I take responsibility for it, I can do something.
There's this fascinating statistic in the world today, and it's
All right, everybody, what's going on? It is Money Monday on April 1st. Let's see. Mr. Antoine, what's up, brother? Bruno, Leslie, Pamela, Frank, Miss Pat, Miss Tiffany, congratulations and welcome. Amanda and Sam. It is Money Monday on April 1st. So, what was your guys' biggest takeaways from that video? Let me see here. Type in the chat while I get this thing all settled in. Okay. All right. While you guys are typing in the chat, I'm going to give you guys some of my biggest takeaways. So in the beginning, what he talks about is focus on All right, so he says, focus on building skills. Set yourself up to win with committing to the process. So what does that mean? What does he mean by focus on building your skills and committing to the process? Sometimes we're so goal-oriented, we don't focus on the skills that it takes in order to achieve the goals. So if you focus on building your skills and setting yourself up and committing to the process, you're going to set yourself up to win a lot better in this game. Okay, so let's see. Take ownership of your present. Do not blame your past for your present. We do not live in the past. We only live in the present. So that's something we focus on. Stop limiting yourself. Successful people do it. Love the people, use the money. Upgrade your skills. Okay. He also says, have your clear goal. He talks about, which this goes right into each other, which is one step. So one step closer every day. We talk about the small daily actions over time create huge transformations. So what we're talking about is building the skills and the process one step closer every day, which equals to compound, right? Compounding. He said most people are interested, not committed. So when you're interested, versus committed, if you're interested, you're only looking to do things that are easy and convenient. When you're committed, you'll do whatever it takes. Okay, so look at that and ask yourself, are you just interested in this business and making money, or are you fully committed to your dreams, goals, and desires? Are you doing the things that are easy and convenient, or you're doing whatever it takes in order to achieve your goals? Are you committed to the process? Because what you're going to get is, he says, progress equals happiness. So when you're having progress in your business, when you're committed to the process, that's where you're going to get that fulfillment. Okay? Do what you can every day. One of the things Michael Huggins said over the training all the weekend is, he said, don't neglect to do the easy things every single day. And we're going to talk about that today. Don't neglect to do the easy things every single day. Okay? He talks about getting emotionally fit. Okay? So this will help you with, in your business, trading expectation for appreciation. So sometimes you guys have goals and yet you expected to hit and you didn't hit them. But if you appreciate the skills and the person you became along the way, it will change your mindset. When you change expectations for appreciation. Okay. You said, I am 100% responsible for all my experiences in my life. Okay. What skills need upgrading in our situation? Bruno, that's something you have to take a self-inventory of and be honest with yourself. All right, you got to look at what is it that you're good at and what is it that your strengths are? What are your weaknesses? Okay. But we are going to talk about skills. The great thing is I'm going to go into different things and different skills that we're going to talk about, and you're going to know what you need to work on. Okay, what's cool is, here's the good news. All skills, all business skills are learnable, something we learned over the weekend, right? All business skills are learnable. So we just had, so any questions on that? Let's see, who's on here again? Okay, so you guys are all good. We'll talk about certain skills, Bruno, and then you can look at what that looks like. Okay. When you're going through your trainings, you're going to get your real estate skills. We're going to talk about marketing skills and different things of that, networking skills and things of that nature. Okay. So we had a phenomenal weekend over in Utah. Let me see. I'm going to pull up. Oh no, where'd it go? Hold on, give me 1 second. All right, so here is so first day we're in Utah. I had to go to Home Depot to buy some materials because sometimes things don't always go as planned. This was me and Pete. Pete's from Salt Lake City. This is me and Charlene. This was day one over at the national conference. You can see it was in a new venue this year. Me, Mark, and Leslie were on the stage for one of the 100K earners in real estate. Okay. Me and Mr. Michael Huggins. So if you see the thing behind us, that's what we had to build because the hotel wouldn't allow us to put anything on the walls. Okay, so you see all these different things. You see Pat, Tiffany, and Antoine made it all the way out from South Carolina. So it's us on stage. We were taking pictures with Hugh and the team. This is Miss Sandra. She is one of the featured individuals on the new systems coming out. You guys will see that. We got Carlos Gonzalez, Jason McCracken, and Sheldon, all from New York. You got Stefan from New York, Kenny from New York. Mr. Chris Albin was there, so that was really good to be able to spend some time with him. We got Kevin and Miss Wanda, a pit member. We got Mark and Leslie. I'm on the Walk of Fame with Hugh Zaretsky, holding up the 5-star, walking down. Some of these are blurry. You got Joe Styles, who won a lot of awards from New York. Michael Huggins won the 2005 Star Winner Circle. This is TJ from Seattle. So you can see we have people from all over the country that we're networking with. A lot of people who are just killing it. This guy has done many, many flips. We had an after party. We see Hugh in his Flash costume, Antoine in his Joker, Mr. Michael Huggins, us again. So you can see we had a lot of fun out there. So for all of you guys who missed it, this was the best national conference I've been to. I met so many new faces, so many people. And so what we're going to do is we're going to let the people who were there talk about it. Let's see. Which one of you guys want to come off of mute and give everybody a little bit about your experience at I know it was Pat and Tiffany's and Antoine's first national conference. So you guys can let everybody know your experience.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Cool. This is Tiffany.
Hi, Tiffany.
Hey. So I had a really good time at nationals. This was obviously my first one, and just from day one in the morning, I thought it was really inspiring just to see the huge line of people and how long it took for them to get through, who went up on stage, they had 100,000 in real estate, something like that, in the past year. And yeah, just networking with people there and talking to people who are actually like really doing a lot of deals. It was great because there's like you said, there were people all over the country who were like, you get in a conversation with them and you'd be talking about in some regards, a real estate niche. For example, the guy I was sitting next to at the banquet, he's really into buying tax deeds. And, we talked about it for a while, and he was just like, yeah, anytime you want information on it, just give me a call. So I liked how the people were very helpful. And I think Renatus really strives to pushes people to be helpful to everybody in the community and help everyone out. So that was really, really nice to see. As far as the presentations, I think the two that stuck out in my mind the most were Rob Sperry, who did a presentation on social media, because I'm not really huge just yet on using social media to push my business. But he had, he gave a lot of really, really good pointers that we should consider when advertising or marketing on, say, Facebook. Just as an example, he was saying about how Facebook doesn't like to direct you away from the site. And so if you're going to put a link to anything, you should put it in the comments. So I know I've already been on the marketing page in Helios, and where they had all of those, they have a PowerPoint slide with a lot of good marketing slides that are just very catchy and create curiosity but don't say much. But you can take those slides and I was telling Antoine, you can put at the bottom, instead of saying click here, you can put click the link in the comments below or something like that,
Yeah.
So that was good to know all the little nitpicky details about Facebook and how to get your stuff seen a lot more. I don't know, some of the other good points is have a well done profile photo, make it look professional. Authenticity is king. Make sure you're being genuine and authentically yourself, and that doesn't always mean posting stuff about kind of bragging about your life. You can post things that have gone wrong in your day or whatever, but don't overpost. Like maybe post one thing a day and like once a week something about your business or marketing. You know, don't overdo it because people get kind of sick and tired of seeing that and as if it's being like shoved in their face. People like emojis, but not too much. And they really like Facebook Lives and videos. They get seen about 1,300% more. Oh, and another thing I took from that was that you should really be either deleting or blocking people that don't add value to your life. So if somebody's just constantly posting stuff on political stuff or their dinner that they eat every night, this isn't really adding value to your life. So even if you feel bad deleting them like they are a friend of yours, you can at least block them from coming up, their posts from coming up on your page. And then the second presentation I really enjoyed was Michael Huggins' presentation. His was a lot, well, he touched on some of the things we watched in the video tonight, but it was a lot about not, like, bag the excuses. And that hit home with us, and I'm like, yeah, you know, because that's what a lot of people do in the beginning. And you're just basically delaying or coming up with reasons, you know, why you're not facing your fears and going into it head on.
So let me ask you this, Tiffany, what can we do in order to do that?
I mean, and we talked about this, and it was in the presentation, the video you showed tonight a lot, but like working on your business and accomplishing things, that's like facing your fears. And as long as you're putting the work in, and doing the stuff that's going to move you forward, like you said, that will bring you joy, instead of sitting around being depressed and making your excuses and not getting anything done.
Right. So taking action.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Is that it?
Yeah. I'll let somebody else talk now.
So let me ask you this while I have you on there. Do you feel like it was worth it, you going to nationals?
Oh yeah, definitely. If
So
not for like the presentations and like the learning experience. Oh, I have to mention one other funny thing. I've been so caught up on like Woody Woodward's Drive system. It's just really funny. Like, I feel like now whenever I'm talking to people or just like see things in public, I'm always like putting a label on it. Like today I was driving home from work and I'm behind a car with somebody with their bumper sticker that says, my kid is an honor roll student. And I'm like, oh, you're such a validator. But yeah, and like meeting people from all over the country and like, you know, making those connections, because you never know when you'll meet somebody who's like doing exactly what you want to be doing, and like they're always like willing to help you out.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. Congratulations, Miss Tiffany, on your first nationals.
It was a good time.
Awesome. All right, Miss Pat or Antoine, do you guys want to come? I know Antoine might be getting on the plane right now. Hey, can you hear me okay? I can hear you, brother.
Okay, let me go real fast because the plane about to take off. So, hey, man, the Nationals was off the chain. I mean, lit. I was able to meet up and link up with so many different people and really link up with people who's actually making moves in the business when it comes to the IMA part of it, the marketing side of it. I was able to link up with a lot of people that's doing that. And also, I'm kind of glad that this plane delayed because I was able to talk to somebody who just brought in a 21-year-old that made over $30,000 just by watching the Essentials video. So when he told me that was so inspirational. So that was the type of stuff that went on at the National. we was able to link up with so many people, talk to more people, and just get pumped up and motivated. The main person that inspired me was Michael Hudgens, because he's kind of like me. He said, man, I was just hungry, I was passionate, and I was just trying to eat. And that's what I care about when it comes to making it happen in this business. I'm trying to help my family out. So yeah, I really enjoy it.
Man, that's awesome. Yeah, congratulations. Me and Antoine got to a room, and all day Sunday we were just kind of going over our notes, working it out. You know, I want to say I'm sorry for your Dukes, your Duke Blue Devils. Oh man, you know, it was a tough loss. But you know, Michael Huggins is phenomenal. The people you get to meet, and then, you know, just meeting people everywhere you go. And just inspiring and motivating. And, you know, the thing is to keep this energy up, right? And just keep this thing moving, and just keep it up, man. So congratulations on your first national. So would you say it was worth it, Antoine?
Most definitely worth it. Can't wait to come back next year.
Awesome, man. Well, have a safe flight, all right, brother? I like the commitment on getting on the call. And let's talk tomorrow.
All right, so I like a plan.
Okay. Miss Pat.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
There you go, everybody. I like Tiffany, just enjoyed the whole entire thing. Even though I came back relatively exhausted, I was still jazzed. I mean, I still had a lot of energy and ready to go. So it was very well done, the whole thing. And I've been to several conferences, so that was among the best. So I had a lot of takeaways, but I particularly liked Richard Stock. Love the people and use the money. Desire, intent, posture, and smile. I also liked where he was saying to simplify your story, and less is more. Definitely listen. I had heard once before, I think it was, it might have been from Ed Milet, but the word listen, if you redo the letters, is silent. And that's exactly what we need to be. I like the part where he said, shut up and let them talk. So I needed to know that. And then you can go from what they have to say. I also really liked Scott Rowe's presentation, quite a bit about what he had to say. On the marketing side, I appreciated how he said this company allows us to open this opportunity to others while we learn real estate. He also hit on the listen more and speak less, and that type of thing. He also, I enjoyed where he said to keep a notebook and to rewrite our why, often, and as well as our ads. But our stories change as we grow, and that we need to keep that in mind and rewrite it on a routine basis. So there was quite a bit more, but that's my two main takes. I also enjoyed Ron Williams' presentation as well. All of them.
Awesome. So Ms. Pat, was it worth it?
Oh, yeah, yeah, definitely. No, absolutely. It was by the grace of God that I was able to make it happen, to go. And by virtue of, like Tiffany said, everybody there was so great, so gracious and helpful, particularly if I could take this opportunity to say that Leslie and Mark treated me like I was one of their own. And Tiffany schlepped me around the whole place. Everybody helped me with all kinds of things. I mean, I'm very grateful and very, very glad I went. So thank you to everybody.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We definitely, when we say family, friends, community, relationships are the network equals your net worth. You know, that's something that really starts at the top, you know, and it starts with Bob Snyder and kind of the culture he's created and the standards that we have set. And so, so that's awesome. You know, it's great to hear that you guys had such a phenomenal time.
I think that you could tell it really was a family. I mean, everywhere you looked and everyone you spoke with, and even those you didn't get to speak with, but you saw, everybody was welcoming. Everybody was, you know, part of the gang. I mean, it was just very apparent, and I definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, definitely. You can. This is my. I would say 5th conference, and this is my favorite one.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
He's just saying hi.
All right, so we're back. So, so that's awesome. So this is what we're gonna do. We're taking there's a lot of stuff that's coming out, and what we're gonna be doing over the few weeks is I'm gonna be training on it. There was so much to cover that it's just, obviously we're not gonna be able to do it all in one night. So I'm gonna pick a certain topic each week, right? And we'll be training on it, and we're going to make it very simple and easy for everybody so that you guys can build up those skills, Bruno, like we were talking about. And so we're not having cash flow this Wednesday. Unfortunately, it looks like all the venues were booked. So we will have cash flow on the 10th. So I want to so you guys write these down. Let me see. My dog is barking, so. Okay, so write these down. You have the 10th, which is cash flow. So these are the upcoming events. 17th. Let me see. When is it? 10th. 17th, 24th, and then 27th. So what I want you guys to understand is we are taking everything to the next level. We've already had conversations with people here. We're looking for leaders and people to step up. We are going to be doing events every single week from now on, as much as possible, at least, depending on locations and venues. So we will be doing that so that you guys will have things to plug into every week, and then also be able to have guests to come every week. We did that in the month of March, and our team grew very quickly. And so that's something we're going to keep up. The more people on the team, the more deals we'll be able to do, and the more resources. And we're going to keep events fresh. So I'll be throwing in one new event every month. Last month we did that Find It, Fund It, Flip It. We'll do a cash recovery party. We'll do a velocity banking. We'll do something to keep it fresh and something different once a month while we have cash flows every week. And then we'll be doing follow-ups, okay? So what I'm going to do is challenge you guys. I'm looking for leaders and people to step up. I'm looking for people to engage in this culture. Tiffany and Pat and Mark and Leslie are bringing up that excitement from the Nationals, and what they did is they seen the dream, they seen the vision, and we're really going to take it to the next level. And it starts with all of us making that commitment together and working together, because if we're all in the same boat, Michael Huggins used this, and we all have an oar, but only half of us are paddling, and the boat goes in a circle, right? But if we're all together, then we can get to where we want to go extremely quickly. So what I'm going to start with tonight is I'm going to challenge every single one of you guys about the process. We're going to really focus on the process and what it takes, because it's very simple. If you study the people in this business, they do things extremely very simple, and they make a lot of money doing it, and they help a lot of people. So that's what we're going to focus on. Super simple and duplicatable. And it really starts with what? What would you guys say? I mean, you guys kind of heard it. We're talking about committing to the process. It really starts with the process, right? And it starts with the skills. So what I've created, and what I'm going to challenge every single one of you guys, and I'm going to do it with you, is we are going to have a 30-day challenge. Okay, and it's going to be very easy and very simple. And let me show you what that looks like. And I want every single person on the line to respond to this. So make sure, if you guys are busy and you're listening to the call, that you're going to take a few seconds out to respond to this. So let me show you what this is going to look like. Okay, my screen. So this is going to set the mindset up, okay? What I kind of took, and these are from Michael Huggins on the, most of it's from Michael Huggins, it's from the national conferences, my personal responsibility, right? Which is growth is my priority, okay? That's my number one priority. How we typically measure growth is through income. It's a very small portion of our growth, but that is one way to measure it. What we want to do in order to create the best experience and continue to have growth is always think before we speak. Okay? So when we're about to speak and we are we looking at it, is it thoughtful what we're about to say? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And is it kind? Okay, is it think before you speak. Thoughtful, helpful, inspiring, necessary, kind. This is an extremely great tip for when you are communicating in business and us understanding and taking 100% responsibility. Okay. One of the things that we're creating in our culture, right, within our team in this area is these are the 4 things we're looking for with people we're working with. Now, let me say something and make something very clear. Anybody can purchase the classes. You know, I believe everybody needs it, but not everybody deserves your time or my time. So in order for people to work with us on a community basis, on a one-on-one basis, if I'm going to be sowing time into them, if you're going to be putting time into them, there's going to be certain things that have to align, right? And what we're going to say is that our value systems have to align. And what that looks like is these 4 things. PEDC. Okay. Are they positive? Are they willing to put in the effort? Do they have the desire to win and be super successful? And are they coachable? So I want you guys to write these 4 things down because that's what we're looking at of our team first, our teammates, right? We're all teammates here. And people who want to work with us on a community level, on a one-on-one level, this is what the requirements and the value system that we're looking for. Are they positive? Are they willing to put in the effort? Do they have the desire to win? And are they coachable? And understand that my life is entirely my making and my making only. Right? We agree that discipline creates the freedom that we're looking for. If you want freedom in your money, be disciplined in your money. If you want time freedom, be disciplined in your time. You heard Pat talk about it. Listening is an activity and it's a skill. So a lot of us will respond before the other person is finished talking, or you're only waiting to you're only hearing so you can respond. Right? Listening is an activity and a skill. So if you look at it from that aspect, your business will grow. Right? You'll actually your prospects and the people in the business, sellers in real estate, they will actually tell you what it is that they need and they're looking for, but most of us won't hear it because we're not listening. Okay. And then another thing that we live by is I love learning, I'm coachable, and I don't live in the past. You are not your past mistakes. You are not your past accomplishments, and that doesn't matter. What matters now is what we do today. Okay. And then studying and mastering personality types in our drive. You heard Tiffany talk about it. Any questions on this so far, on these things? I'm going to look for everybody to respond, or I will take you off mute and ask you to respond. Okay, awesome. Now here's the 30-day challenge. I'm going to challenge every single one of you guys on here. So the biggest challenge people have in their businesses is habits and rituals. Okay, that's the biggest challenge. And what people really fail to overlook is doing the easy things in this business, which is the simple things every single day. If we do that over time, it will compound astronomical amounts. Okay. So this is our 30 days of success habits challenge. We're going to be sowing into you. You know, I put a lot of time and effort into this. And the way you guys can show me some appreciation is by honoring this agreement, right? And I'm going to tell this to everybody, and I'm going to be honoring it with you. Okay. And this is how you're going to show yourself appreciation for your business, by honoring this to yourself, by your discipline, by your focus. So what we said, remembering these 4 things: being positive, giving that effort, having a desire to win, and being coachable. Okay. Learning your drive system. That's one thing we need to learn, is learn your drive system and the drive system period. Okay, we'll cover that in these upcoming weeks. And also telling and learning your story and knowing everybody else's story. Facts tell, stories sell. So this is going to help you with your networking, your talking, okay? Learning your story. It's only going to be a 60-second story. It's pretty easy. I'll give you the 4 questions you can answer, and you guys will be able to tell that at our events that we have, okay? Once again, we wrote here, discipline creates the freedom. So this is what we're going to be doing. Every single day, we are going to do these minimums. 20 minutes of your real estate classes, 15 minutes reading self-development book, practicing the conversation close or an audio business card on one person, practicing the 10-minute presentation with Richard Stock to yourself, so not to anybody yet. Okay, and I'll show you that. Writing your goals out every single morning and night, scheduling out your business money-making activities or scheduling out your week, and attending all your local weekly meetings and monthly meetings. So it's very, very simple and very, very easy. Doing your classes, reading a self-development book or business book, talking to one person a day using the conversation close or audio business card. Super simple, super easy. Practicing the 10-minute presentation. Guys, when we cover this, it's going to show you how to show somebody the opportunity that we have in our business in 10 minutes just on a piece of paper, and it's going to make you look like an extreme expert. You're going to just practice this on your own for right now, for the first 30 days. Writing your goals every morning and every night. Since I've done this, what it does is it keeps your brain focused on what you want instead of what you don't want. It keeps your goals in the front of your mind. It keeps you in your vortex, if you will, in your vision of what you're looking and what you're going to accomplish. Okay, what millionaires do is they schedule out their days and their weeks every 15 minutes. Okay, so we're going to schedule out our weeks. These are going to be, Tiffany, what I do is so you're going to have to look at that. I typically do 30, I always have a blitz. So what goal do you want to accomplish within the next 30 days? Or the next 60 or 90. That's what I would recommend. So not super long term. You can. This is what I'm saying. This should take you maybe only a couple minutes, a couple minutes in the morning, a couple minutes at night. What I do is I actually journal in the morning and journal at night. So I'll write out my long terms and my short terms and a bunch of other stuff. But right now we're going to keep it very simple and easy. So you can do 30, 60, or 90. 30, 60, 90. Okay. So you guys can come up with that. Now, it's very simple. Your class is 20 minutes a day, reading a book, practicing the conversation close and audio business cards. So what we're doing is what? We're building the skills and we're mastering the fundamentals. Now, you have to do this, or the goal is to do this 30 days in a row. So if you're on day 15, and you miss day 16, you go back to day 1. So what I want you to understand, it's not about, there is no judgment if you don't accomplish it or if you have to restart. That's fine. Like, guys, this is not about that. What this is about is you getting in your daily habits and rituals of success. The success, it's about building the skills and the habits and the rituals. These are very simple, easy things. You do them for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. You guys are going to see a huge jump in your progress, in your skills, and in your business. 20 minutes of your classes, 15 minutes of a book, practicing the conversation close or audio business card on one person. Now that is somebody you don't know. Okay. You're out there talking. Or you could do your warm market, but somebody different every day. Practice the 10-minute presentation. Write your goals up every morning and every night. attend all the meetings, and schedule out your week. So making time for these things, scheduling out your weeks for all of this. Now, what I want to know is who here is going to commit themselves to this. I'm curious. Okay. So Amanda and Sam, you guys are two people. You're not one. Bruno, we say challenges, not problems, but go ahead and let me know. What is it? What is the problem for you? What's the challenge? But I want you to do this. For every problem, every challenge you give me, I need you to also write 3 solutions. So that is our requirement here. Every challenge you give me, I need 3 solutions with your challenge. So I'll wait for that. Here is the conversation close, guys. And we're going to be training on this, so you guys aren't going to just be, out here on your own. Is the same exact people every day on my work days. I don't know what that means. You're gonna have to clarify for that. So here is the conversation close. Yeah, I'm gonna email this to you guys, and I believe Kevin, he heard this idea from me. I was covering it over with him, and he's gonna do it with his team. He said he was gonna create a printout. Maybe you guys can print it out and do check marks every day, right? But I will at least email this, and I'll get back to you on the check marks. So here's the conversation close. I'm just going to go over this because it's really simple and it's so easy. Okay. So the conversation close is okay, Bruno. So give me a solution. What can you do in order to get 1 new person a day? Because that's an excuse. We all see the same people at work. So what can you do? What's a solution to that? Well, so you got to be very clear on what you're asking because it doesn't, the communication, this is what we mean by communication, right? So you said, hold on, because this is, oh, it's going up, hold on. So you said, talk to a new person every day. On my work days, I see the same people. So I didn't get from that you're looking for ideas, right? So, asking it more clearly will help with that, right? So you're going to have to figure out ways to make it work. I mean, it's that simple. Are you committed or are you, or is it interest, right? So ask yourself, what can I do? And this is why we're only doing 1 person a day. Because really, Bob Snyder is saying we should be doing 3 people a day. And if you see yourself with people at work, why don't you start on 1 person at work? Right? When I say 1 new person a day, well, then don't do that work. Yeah, you don't want to get in trouble. I get it. Trust me. I know how some corporate offices are. So figure out different ways and make it everyday part of your life. So one of the things is make it part of your daily life, not going out there. So just talking to people, like they say, gas stations, work, or gas stations, stores, wherever. Get out, go figure out an activity you do normally and create it. It should just be part of your daily routine, talking to people. As a business owner and as a networker, your job is to create relationships, genuine relationships, right? And genuine with people out there, period. With your real estate business, with this whole business is one. We're not just talking about marketing, we're talking about real estate. In order to grow your business, we have to network. So this will be good for you because this should be part of your everyday life, right? So you should always be talking to people. The only thing is now we're going to be a little more intentional. Okay. Does that make sense? All right. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, I want to go over the conversation real quick with you guys. So when you guys are out talking, of course, when you guys are out talking to people, this is from Woody Woodward himself, and this has to do. So I'm curious, other than work, what are you most passionate about? A lot of people don't like their work. So you say, other than work, what are you most passionate about? Okay, this is really cool to help people, open people up and learn more about their drive. And so the goal is, here's the thing that people struggle with this. It's about the follow-up questions. You always want to keep open-ended questions, right? Right here. Ask open-ended questions. So they might say, I love to travel. Say, really? Why are you so passionate about it? And they say to follow up with 2 more questions. And here's some examples. Really, why? What do you mean by that? Can you tell me more? Where would you go? What would you do? What would that mean to you? Right? So these are follow-up questions. And then here's how you close it out. Very simple, very quick, very easy. What would you do if you had more time to follow your passion? And then you invite them out to an event. Guys, this is so easy. And if somebody tells you no, that they don't want to go to an event, that's fine because they saved you time. That no is one quicker yes. So I was on the airplane yesterday. Me and this guy, a really cool guy, could kind of tell, he seemed pretty cool. And I asked him if he would, be interested in real estate. And he just straight up told me, no, I wouldn't. I said, cool. And we kept talking. Not a big deal. Right? So what it is, it's about the habit. Because you're out here really just talking to people, conversating, building relationships, being curious about them, and then asking and being curious about them. Okay, so this is really easy, very simple. So what we're going to do is we're not going to have an event Wednesday. So I want everybody to know, are you guys able to do Wednesday a call, another webinar? I want to do a webinar and do a training on one of these first skills that we're going to start learning, and we can start the 30-day challenge on Wednesday. So that way, we're going to go over the 10-minute presentation. We'll go over audio business cards and the practice of conversations, and we'll go through each one of these together. Does that work for you guys? Is that okay? We're going to do Wednesday, same time, like 8 o'clock. So we'll start on the 3rd. The 3rd, which is Wednesday, this Wednesday coming up. Okay. So screenshot this if you guys can screenshot it or take pictures right now. I'm not going to email it out yet. No cash flow. We'll start the challenge, but we're going to do a webinar on the 3rd, Pat, at 8 o'clock. So what I'm probably going to do for this month, so we can kind of get to the content, is what we'll probably do after our events. What I'm going to do is probably end our events 15 minutes early. So start at 7, end at 8:45. It gives 15 minutes for the guests to get out, and then we can do a training from 9 to 10 in person. No, Pat. 8 p.m. this Wednesday because we don't have an event, right? This Wednesday because we don't have an event. We're going to go over one of the skills. We're going to go over this together in depth. And then, so you guys will know exactly what to do. We'll start the 30-day challenge, and then we'll be having events after that. So just this Wednesday, we'll have another a training webinar to go over this. And then what I'm saying is to keep the momentum. So we'll have our calls on Mondays, and then we'll have our events on Wednesdays. I'll end it a little early with the guests so we can do another training. So we're doing about 2 a week. Does that confusing? Does that make sense for everybody? Everybody, does that make, no, don't be sorry. I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly. Does everybody understand that too? Okay. Okay, guys. So any questions on tonight's training? It has been recorded. We got some new team members who aren't going to be able to make it on Monday. So I'm going to keep a very, I'll be very on that. I am looking for, so like I mentioned, we're looking for leaders to step up. I'm going to be picking a handful of people to be kind of start the leadership, because we need, in order for this thing to grow, we're going to need everybody on the same page, which I know these are our core people who are on right now, and Kenny and a few other who couldn't make it on tonight will be a part of that. But we're really looking for people to step up, right? Because in order to sell the vision and create the dream, all right? And so kind of what that looks like is what we're doing is we're going to be developing leadership, right? People who think before they speak, who really own in that positive effort, desire, and being coachable, right? People who are willing to show up early and stay late. People who are willing to facilitate facilitate and also coordinate study groups, 10-step trainings, learning their drives and helping people learning their drives, keeping people accountable, and producing, right? In order to be a leader, we have to produce. We want to create this environment of success, right? Teaching and helping others with a 10-minute presentation, understanding their stories, bringing ideas, how we can better our success in our environment in registration, right? And also webinar recordings, right? So these are things I'm going to be needing help with in order to keeping things up. And we're going to be looking for people to step up. And we're excited about the people that are around us. I think we have a great group, and the team is growing. We have 2 more who signed up last week, and we'll be calling them tomorrow and make sure that they're all set up. So we're growing quickly. So make sure you guys are plugging in. Wednesday is going to be the 30-day challenge. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So I'll send an email out with this as well. Okay. So any questions with that? All right, I'm going to email it out to you guys in one email. Okay. Well, you guys have a great night. All right, guys, have a good one. Good night.